Thousands of people are flocking to the Philippines to take advantage of all it has to offer. In this video, we're going to take a look at one city, Dumaguete, and look at the statistics and find out if this will work for you. In following videos, we will cover some other cities as well. Let's take a look.
Big Mike, he's got a spirit that's wild and free.
Big Mike sleeps on my couch from time to time.
You're Big Mike, right?
Yes, I am. Well, hey, if you're coming to Southeast Asia, two things you're going to need to get familiar with is money and weights. Don't get panicked, don't get uptight, don't get stressed out, but it's easily done, and you just need to kind of get ahead of it before you get here. Going to make your life a lot easier. But like I said, don't panic. It's not that difficult. Don't have a heart attack or something. We'll go over the details here and make it easy for you before you get here. And if you're already here, hopefully it'll add something to you and get you, make things a little bit easier for you as well. But the US dollar, pretty easy. As you can see here, this was as of August 19th of this year, 2024. That is the rate, 56.64 pesos per dollar. Now, if I'm out in the market or in a store, I don't want to have to sit there and start calculating things. So I try to kind of calculate things in my mind so I can make the transaction as quick as possible and not look like a total tourist or foreigner. So what I do is I round it down to 50 pesos per dollar. Makes it a whole lot easier. So you figure if it's $2, that would be about 100 pesos, actually 113.16 or something like that. But I say around $1. And unless you're really pinching pennies, probably not a whole lot to worry about. And to be honest, the peso hasn't really changed much in many years. It fluctuates a little bit, about 12 cents since 2017. So the numbers today you could use without really worrying about it too much. Like I said, unless you're really pinching pennies, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Now, next thing we're going to get into is weights. Because obviously in the United States and other countries, a few other countries use pounds. Most of the world is metric, and here it is in kilos. So one of the things, if you're there, just remember that a kilo is 2.2 pounds. So it's a little over 2 pounds, or a kilo is about 2 pounds. Okay, so what I do when I'm out and about, if I'm getting meat, I just kind of think of hamburgers. What's a hamburger? Hopefully about a quarter pounder, at least in the United States. So if you get a pound of, say, ground beef, it's going to be 4 burgers for one. But if it's oranges or apples, what I usually do is tell them, give me a kilo, and if it looks like too much, I have them take it off. It's always easier and more friendly if you put too much and have them, than to have them take it off, because then they think they're losing money. So I kind of do it that way. But it is something to get used to. But just remember, 2 pounds for every one. And this area right here is the recommended minimum amount of money for food on a 2,400 calorie Western food. Now, I know many of us, we don't live on 2,400 calories. We're probably 2 or 3 times that. But this will give you a good estimate of what your cost would be. Now, I know a lot of the armchair expats out there are going to say, oh, these prices are wrong, and I get it there, I get it there, and that's great. But we have to have some kind of, and keep in mind too, everybody's experience is going to be different depending upon where they're shopped, what their skills are as far as negotiation, and if they're having a Filipino buy for them or if they're a foreigner buying it, because there is a skin tax. I never buy anything. My lady buys everything for me, and I make sure she's not seen close to me because they'll jack her up as well. So it's kind of one of my tricks. But these are the numbers, and these are all put in by people. This is like a community thing where people add these numbers in. I know that some of my numbers, like on the bread here, ours is quite a bit more than that. So there is a lot of variation here, but I hope it gives a lot of folks out there just a general idea of what you're looking at paying here, as opposed to what you might be paying in the United States. And keep in mind, all of this is in kilos and pesos, not dollars. So something to consider. You can always go on Google. They do have a conversion, metric conversion from metric to dollars or dollars to metric that you can pull up and kind of Google this stuff in their currency converter. And like I said, most folks probably not living on a 2,400 calorie diet, so something to keep in mind. Okay, our next chart's going to be a pie chart we can take a look at.
I'm sorry for this brief interruption. I need to ask for your help and a big favor. Please take a brief moment and subscribe, like, and share my video. Also, please hit the little bell so you will be notified of my next video coming very soon. And lastly, would please leave me a comment below, even if it's just saying hello. It doesn't cost you anything, but will help me a lot. Thank you for your help.
Okay, here is another chart, kind of a better visual pie chart. It'll show you the distribution of the food expenses in Dumaguete using the Western food model again. And you can see there are some portions that are a lot bigger, 3 of them in particular. So, I mean, you can modify those however you want, but it'll just kind of like give you a heads up. And if you want to make your own, you can make your own as well. A couple of things I do notice that, at least with me, when I'm here, there's a lot of things I would like from my old Western diet, cheese, meats, things like that. But I've really backed off those a lot and try to shift more towards the Asian diet to save money, but also for health concerns. A lot of the habits we have, and oh, I like cheese, oh, I like this. Do you like it or do you need it? And is it healthy for you? Most of the cheese, or I would say all the cheese I know of, is imported. Some of the meat is imported. A lot of it comes from Australia, not so much United States, surprisingly. Okay, next, this is kind of the somewhat like the American part of it, but this is really the recommended minimum amount of money for food on the Asian diet. And I think you'll find here things are a little bit different. And I know a lot of foreigners, they want to come here and maintain the same diet that they had in the Western country or Australia, or United States, Canada, whatever it is. Certainly you can do that, but you're going to pay a premium for it. If you shift gears and embrace the Philippine culture, you're probably going to live healthier as well as, save some money and be a little bit easier on your budget. I really had no problem leaving the Western diet behind. I just found it so unhealthy. So I embraced the, Southeast Asian cuisine. And my lady's a good cook, so that helps. But occasionally I do like my burger. I would like to have a turkey at Thanksgiving, a little bit tough to get, or if you do find them, they're definitely at a very big premium. I haven't had turkey since I've been in the Philippines, but would be nice at least once a year. But here you go on that. And again, we're going to follow that up with a pie chart so you can have a better visual of the percentages of how all this plays out. You know, for us, chicken is a big part of our meal, you know, regularly. But I would say we probably only eat meat anywhere from 1 to 3 at the most times a week, more likely twice a week. I do like my vegetables. Okay, so and overall, we're kind of taking a look now at the overall food prices and the ranges that we've seen so far. And again, this is from actually people that have come online, put their information in here from Dumaguete, that have put their information, what they're finding out in the field, so that we can get a general idea. Now, I do know there are going to be some armchair expatriate kind of trolls that are going to say, oh, this is not correct. Oh, this is, I get it here, I get it there. Well, that's great. Again, we don't know where you shop, who's shopping for you. Are you shopping at markets? Are you shopping at sorry? There's so many variables that can come into play. This is a general overview of things for those who are coming or want to tweak their diet a little bit and, you know, work on their finances. And feel free to, I put the link on the beginning of these that you can go ahead and get on Numero and put your information in so you can be part of the program. So I hope this helps you out a lot. I am going to be putting in some other cities. I think my next one's going to be for Cebu. We're going to go ahead and do one up there as well. And then after that, we're probably going to go over to Manila. And from Manila, we'll probably go to... no, I'm not sure we're going to go from there. We're getting too far ahead of myself. But I want to make sure that folks have, because I get a lot of people questioning me, you know, what's it cost? Where's the best place? There is no best place. It's what's best for you. Some people like the mountains. Some people like the beach. Some people, you know, like a big city. Some people like a small city. Some people want to live a condominium like they did when they were in the States. Other people want to live out in the bush, you know, want to live out in the province. I'm a province guy. I like it, but I like to have access to the city as well. And one of the big factors also is the weather. Not so much the weather, but the humidity and the heat. I know where I come from, up on the Canadian border, northeast United States on the Canadian border, a lot of my friends would visit Texas and die with the heat. And those same type of people would be coming over here suffering with the heat and the humidity if they're down by the beach. So Dumaguete is right on the water. So if this is going to be one of your pick cities, you need to be aware of the weather here. Now, a lot of people complain and say it's hot. I'm from Texas, and they can't believe it when I tell them it's hotter where I'm from. I mean, we hit 100 degrees every year. And as you can see here, now on this graph, on the top part is the worst scenario. Bottom part is a better scenario. And then you've got in between. And I try to look at the in between because you're going to have hot days. You're going to have cooler days. Like this morning. This morning was quite cool. It was very nice. Never turned the AC on until 11 o'clock. So that was kind of nice. But again, if it's something, you know, if you're overweight, if you have a high-fat diet, if you're from a northern, you know, the northern part of the United States or Canada, places like that where you're accustomed to cooler temperatures, you're going to have some adjustment to your body and your mind because it's warm here, it's humid on occasion. I love it. I don't mind it. Like I said, I'm from Texas, so it's ungodly hot there. I mean, you can literally fry eggs on a sidewalk, and that's no joke. I've done it. I've fried them on the car. I've done that when I was younger. But here, there is some adjustment. People that complain about, they're not allowing themselves to adjust. Doctor once told me it takes about 6 months for your blood and your body to actually adjust to a drastic change in temperature. So it's something that you want to consider before coming. Get ready for it. Make sure that when you come, you bring cool, don't bring, I see people wearing jackets here, Filipinos, I don't know how they do it. Make sure you're bringing your sandals, bring your shorts, and bring your t-shirts, things like that, cool weather clothing, because you'll need it. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, keep an eye out. I'm going to put another one out here. It's going to be for Cebu. And that should be in a few days, couple days. But in the meantime, I hope you found this helpful. And if you would, please, comment below. I definitely would appreciate hearing from you, your input, positive input, hopefully. But have a great day.
Hi, Mike.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the little bell icon so you'll be notified whenever we post new content. Your support means the world to us and helps us keep creating amazing videos for you. See you in the next one.